So the model started by a request from our university medical hospitals asking us to do these projections to tell them how much they need in terms of ventilators, ICUs, and beds to be better prepared for the surge. And remember, in Seattle, we had the first case and we had the first death. So we wanted to be prepared, our own hospital. And we did it for our own county where we are as well. And these models assume that every state 7 days from now will implement these distancing measures, which are stay at home, the closure of schools, and closure of non-essential business. We are projecting right now about 93,000 deaths by August in this country. If status quo remain as is, it could go higher if people do not adhere to these stay-at-home orders. And it could go down, of course, if people do stay at home and they apply this social distancing in their daily life, because we know they work and we know they will reduce the burden of COVID-19.
Okay.
These numbers will go up, and we have seen that before in the states that we started early doing this for our own state. We have seen when our state implemented these measures, the numbers went down. So these measures work within our own country, and it's very important. And some of these states that haven't implemented these measures are of a great concern. For example, if you take Florida, where we know that we have an older population in Florida. So that's a concern that a state like Florida should implement such a measure. We as population need to do our part, and we need to stay at home, because we really need to reduce the pressure on our hospitals and to reduce mortality in our own community. And for us, we know for sure that if people do stay at home, all of us, 2 weeks, we will reduce the number of deaths. We will, of course, reduce the demand on our hospitals and on our physicians. And if we delay that spike in the curve, we're giving our hospital and our medical institution more time to be ready for it. So it's very important for all of us to do our part. In this pandemic, we're so interconnected, all of us.